Hello and welcome to a special episode of Storyboard18. Today we are putting the spotlight on Liebherr, a name that's synonymous with innovation, craftsmanship, and precision engineering in the world of premium refrigeration. With a global legacy built on quality and design excellence, Liebherr continues to set new benchmarks for performance, reliability, and modern living. In India, the brand is strengthening its presence with the launch of its fully integrated refrigerator range, designed and manufactured locally to meet the evolving needs of contemporary Indian homes. Joining us today is Kapil Agarwal, Managing Director, Sales at Liebherr Appliances India, to talk about the brand's journey in India, its innovation-driven vision, and how Liebherr is redefining the future of refrigeration. Hello and welcome to the studio, Kapil. It's a pleasure to have you here with me. Before we get into the India story, I want to zoom out a little bit and understand a little bit more about the Liebherr Group. Globally, give me a little bit of a perspective on where it is, what's the vision, and then we'll get into the India story.
See, Liebherr is a family-run business, and we can say it's a technology company, and we make a lot of product categories. I mean, there are about 13 different product categories where Liebherr is present, and it is one of the largest construction equipment manufacturing companies. So there are products like tower cranes, there are maritime cranes, there are products like we make gear cutting machines. So there are different products which are there. I mean, even we make the landing gear for the aircraft. So there are different product categories, and of course, we are called the specialist for the refrigerator. So it's a very large company spread about in 150 odd companies, and there are 50,000 employees. And last year our turnover was about 15 billion euro. So it's a very, very diversified company for. But mainly, all the products, if you see, they are mainly technology based.
And within that, a little bit about refrigeration and your product lineup there globally, and of course, then coming to the India story. Your vision for the market. Let's talk a little bit about that.
See, as I said, for Liebherr, we are known as a refrigeration specialist. Globally, we are making all kind of a refrigerator, what you can think of, or the products where the refrigerator is used. So there are special segment or the requirement for the healthcare industry, we make product for them. There is a food and beverages industry, which is a very large, and again, there are different kind of products which are needed, Liebherr makes it. For the domestic use, there are many kind of products which are there we make. In India, we see only the freestanding. So we call it a freestanding, where you just plug and play a refrigerator. India is a evolving country right now. We are at a very nascent stage when we say our penetration levels are pretty low. We are only at about 30%. So Liebherr is present in India in not only in refrigerator, but even for the other categories, we are already there in India. So India is a very attractive market for everyone.
Going back to a little bit more on the European market, it is of course Liebherr's main market as well. What sets it apart from the competition?
We are there in this business for last 70 years. So for each product category, I will not speak about the other segments of the refrigerator, even for the domestic use refrigerator. There are many categories. So in the freestanding, we make all size, shape, pattern, everything is there in the refrigerator. We make under the counter 60 centimeter, 75, 90 centimeter. So every possible needs we make it. Even for the fully integrated division, which we have just launched in India, and I'll talk more about it, that is also, India it is coming right now, but globally it is far, I mean, about 20-30 years that category is started. So in the fully integrated, we have a different, product solution for the consumer. Different sizes again, different size, because refrigerator comes in a particular dimensions. So the width decides the product dimension in the uses. So different dimensions, different pattern. There is if you see in the market, in India we see single door, double door. Now there is advent of multi-door refrigerator. So we make all kind of combinations, even in the freestanding, and then fully integrated. And there are products which are there for special products. So for as a wine as a category.
Yes.
So we make different product for the wine solution. So we have a freestanding for wine. We have a free fully integrated for wine. We have the under the counter for wine. Not only wine, even there is a cigar. So we make especially the humidor for cigar. So Liebherr makes all kind of a possible, refrigerator, and that makes us different from everyone. So if you see all the refrigerator which are used in the kitchen, so a lot of architects and the designer, they love this brand because of the multiple options and the choices. It gives the flexibility for them to design to give a seamless, look in a kitchen. So that sets us apart.
Coming to this perspective on the India market, and let's talk about sort of the fully integrated offering that you have. What is the strategy for India?
When Liebherr came, because when I said refrigerator, India, low penetration, large consuming class, so that presents a huge opportunity, and that is the reason you will find in India all possible players. They are there in India, but still our penetration level is only about 30%. So first of all, it's a huge market, but right now it is at I would say it's a very nascent stage. So most of the global markets, the market makes up of the first timer buyer and the replacement market. India is still, there is a huge market which contributes for the first time buyer. So people are waking up to this new product category, and that can be attributed because of the low per capita GDP. But that is changing very, very fast. So there is a part of the country where the consumer is just in line, their consumption patterns you will see just as any global consumer. At the same time, there are people who are realizing this category or experience this category for the first time. Both spectrum of the consumer exist in India. And Liebherr started its journey sometime back in 2015-16. We started our production in 18. So we, like any other brand, we started with a single door and double door refrigerator. That's a huge market. So in India, it's about 15 million unit market for the refrigerator. But the majority of the market is made up by single door and double door. So we started our journey with that. So we started with West and South, major cities. Now we are across India, and East was the latest in the offering. Now our products are available across India. This June, we started the production of the fully integrated. Let me take a pause. What is the difference between fully integrated and a normal refrigerator? I use
explain that a little bit more to us.
People generally do not call it a fully integrated refrigerator. That is what we use the term. People call it a modular refrigerator because that goes with the modular or the built-in refrigerator. So you would see here this thing built-in, modular, fully integrated. These are synonymous. Of course, there is a technical difference. I will not delve into that. So when you see the freestanding, that can be placed anywhere. So in India, when it was coming, people used to keep it. It was a prized position. So you will find, if you go into the upcountry market, you will see refrigerator sitting in the drawing room. But this is the product which is kept usually in kitchen. Now the latest kitchens are designed where there is a designated space for refrigerator. Modular kitchen has become a norm in India. But in a modular kitchen, if you find, there are two choices consumer has. One is, in the modular kitchen, he keeps the freestanding refrigerator. One is, what is meant is the fully integrated refrigerator. Once you put the fully integrated or a modular, this built-in refrigerator, that gives the kitchen completely seamless look. So if you ask me what is a refrigerator, it's a storage, and it's a storage with a temperature controlled, right? Where it is a best temperature for your vegetable and the food. So there's no difference. It's only a storage. So the fully integrated provides you a possibility. You can have multiple choices. For example, when you're buying a freestanding refrigerator, you are governed by the choice of a manufacturer. So either it's a freezer or a fridge or a set size of freezer. In a modular kitchen or this fully integrated, it gives you immense choices. You want only fridge, you want only freezer, you want combination, you want 1, 2, 3, 4 column depending on the space. You want to keep 2 units in kitchen, 1 unit near the dining table. Everything is possible. And the best thing is, it is invisible. It is just like a normal kitchen, normal storage. That is what it makes so special.
Give me a little bit more on the Indian consumer and how their choices, how their preferences, how that evolution has informed Liebherr's strategies when it comes to design, the product portfolio, and the choices you're giving the Indian consumer.
So Indian consumer at one spectrum, they are the single door, or what we call as a DC, direct cool refrigerator, which is the entry level, and this product is available only certain part of the globe. Asia, India being one of them. Or maybe you'll find this product in the Asian countries. But this is the product category which when the consumer is buying for the first time, as I say, it's a price possession. So you will find all kind of patterns on a refrigerator. It looks beautiful. All the flower, red, blue, black, golden colors. So that is the choice of a consumer. Now come to the evolved consumer who is using the refrigerator for last 20 years, 30 years. They are going with a global trend. They are making this modular kitchen. They are the completely European kitchen they are putting. That is where this new refrigerator which comes into the play. They are very particular about the quality per se in terms of what are the features which are there. So for example, when it comes to this set of consumer, we have a different innovation for different consumer. So in the fully integrated, it's a very nuanced approach. Everyone uses the bread and the butter on the toast. So when you take out the butter from a refrigerator, most of the time it's like a brick.
Yeah.
You have to wait. But in this refrigerator, we have put a technology where when you take out the butter, and you can just spread it on a bed.
The right
on a bed.
temperature.
Yeah. In a vegetable basket, there are about 9 sections where you can put the different vegetables. It's a very small thing, but it's very nuanced approach towards this. Similarly, for the consumer which is DC. Now that consumer, if you see, the refrigerator is a vacuumed packed, right? So nowadays, earlier there were people who are free. Now if you see, the mobile is always there. One hand is always busy. And now just imagine yourself, you want to put something in the refrigerator with one talking on the phone. It's impossible or very difficult. So we have provided a foot pedal. You press it and the door is open. So you don't have to, we call it hands-free operation. In the frost-free, we have provided a solution. As I said, we are very focused on the innovation. Our guiding philosophy of Liebherr is innovation, reliability of the product, and the design. So in the innovation, we have given a solution, and it was done after a lot of research. So in India, it is very peculiar to India only. This innovation is there only in Indian product. So when we give milk to our kids, we boil it. And the problem is when the milk is boiled, you cannot keep it in the refrigerator. You are a working woman. So if you boil it, you'll have to wait for this milk to come at a room temperature. Then only you are supposed to keep it in the refrigerator. Liebherr has given a solution. You boil it and put it in the refrigerator. So this is a very unique solution. So we are making all the products and we are trying to give an innovation which is very, very specific to the consumer, and it makes their life convenient and easy. So that's our strategy, going with the trend or the consumer choice, but at the same time, keep that innovation, the guiding principle for the brand alive in the product.
Hold on to that thought, Kapil. We'll take a quick break, but our conversation with Kapil Agarwal continues on the other side. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to our special episode of Storyboard18. We are in conversation with Liebherr Appliances India's Managing Director, Sales, Kapil Agarwal. Tropicalization, is that the word used for it?
This is unique to India. All the products which are imported, these are more related to the imported one. So the fully integrated which are imported, I mean, even we were importing before this.
First, local manufacturing.
So it is, one is the push by government, which is like, make in India. So we started manufacturing this product. Before this, we were importing all this refrigerator. So when you are importing from Europe, we are part of the value chain or the supply chain of Europe. So all the products are made as per their requirement, their climate condition. So when we make a product tropicalized, so all the production which we are doing in India, all our fully integrated, they are tropicalized. What does it mean? In a simple term, this will not sweat. This is made for India climate. This can withstand 50-degree temperature, while other products are made only for 20-degree conditions. So that is what is tropicalized.
Coming to the market here, the premium and luxury space, we're seeing that growth in a lot of sectors. How is that playing out, in India, and when you see metros versus smaller towns?
Premiumization is something which is across. Whichever product category you see, it is happening. So in our product category, I would say earlier the premiumization was up to the limited of people would take a side by side. And even the side by, if you look at the growths, that is where the number speaks. So India, the DC, the single door is growing by a single digit. Double door is again growing by single digit, but the moment it comes to side by side, it is growing by double digit. But the fully integrated, the premium product, that is growing by about 30, 40, 50% CAGR. So that means people are very well adaptive to this. But when it comes to the metro cities and the smaller city, our belief is it is the availability which is causing the adoption of this product category. So what we have seen in Europe, the fully integrated refrigerator, they makes 1 into 4 or 2 into 4 out of the total refrigerator they are selling. So for example, if they are selling 1 million ref, maybe 500,000 would be fully integrated. In India, we are market of 15 million refrigerator, but this fully integrated is how much? Not even 1 in 1,000. So it is not because people can't afford. Our belief is people are not aware of this product category at all. So there are 40,000 stores in India which are retailing the single door, double door refrigerator. But if you say the products, if you ask me where this I can go and find this refrigerator, there are only about 500 to 700 stores in the country. That's all. So this is a product which you need some kind of experience to see how does it look, how does it feel, how my kitchen will look after putting this refrigerator. But the problem is it is not available anywhere. And it is not about a phenomena of the metro cities. This is, I would say, even within metros, it is a phenomenon of only few cities where it is available. So once this product is available, visible to the consumer, my belief is adoption will be very fast.
But how are you solving for some of these challenges? I know you said it's a little early in the journey of the fully integrated offering, but how are you solving these challenges, whether it's distribution, whether it's awareness?
See, for us, first of all, we have taken a leap of faith. When I say it's a small market, but we have put up a production plant. In our, so Liebherr has 5 factories across the globe. One is in Germany, one is in Austria, one is in Bulgaria, one is in Malaysia, and one is in India. We have a factory in Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar. So it speaks volumes about the commitment towards India from the brand. Now, how we are doing it? So as I said, we started our journey some time back in 2013-14. We started it's very, I would say, the measured step we have taken. We have gone to some cities, then we are expanding. But now we are going whole across India. So what we are doing is the few things, the problems which we see in our understanding, one is the awareness. So we are trying to make it aware. We are trying to put this product on the display across. Second is, one of the reason what we think is the service network.
Yes.
So all the brands which are there, and this product category is not something you just buy and put and plug and play. This is something which requires installation, servicing, and this consumer is discerning consumer, high-end consumer. So we have to solve for the service. So now Liebherr can, so before even putting this product on the shop floor, now we can service the 20,000 pin codes. It's a huge number. I cannot compare with the other brands where they are selling DCN and that runs in thousands, but we can service 20,000 pin codes for the fully integrated refrigerator. So we are trying to build the track first, and then the engine will come. So both things are happening simultaneously. We are doing a lot of things on terms of the marketing for the product category. We are doing a lot about the awareness across the digital media or print media, or at the same time, we are trying to build the infrastructure first.
Architects are your core, in a sense, a consumer community. But, like your point about, consumers, whether they are architects or just end consumers, they are, of course, doing a lot of research. The consumer class that you speak of and that Liebherr operates in is a very discerning consumer, is, travel the world, experience different things. So is there a lot of demand coming from the end? Are you seeing that uptick in demand coming from, or queries or whatever it is, from the end consumer as well?
No. Answer is no. See, just recently I got this experience. There are a lot of people who are coming from outside, who have stayed in London, America, and now they are shifting to India for some reasons.
Or parts of Asia.
Yeah, they have used this product. The very strange thing is the people have used even our product. Forget about this category. People have used the fully integrated or built-in refrigerator while they were abroad. What they believe, because as I told you, there are about only 500-700 stores in the country who are selling. So when they come in India, they think it is not available because nobody is advertising. This product is not on the display. So they believe this product category is not available until or unless some of them they come in touch with the leading architects, because very few leading architects are now using this product category. So they think it is not available. And that is something which we are trying to change.
Yeah. Looking ahead, where do you see this market? Where do you see the market for fully integrated refrigeration offerings in 5 years' time in India?
As our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, there is a lot of push about Make in India. So recently, there is a rule which has come that any refrigerator which we import in India, that has to be BIS certified, which means the origin factory, that factory has to take the certification. It's a long drawn process. So we started ahead of time, we put the production facility in India. So we started production of this unit already in India. That is one reason. One of the reason. Second is we are seeing this kind of a 40-50% kind of a growth, even when all the problems are there. Awareness is not there, service is not there, people are not adapting this. Now just assuming if we solve this problem, we start production in India, our belief is if not 1 in 1,000 or 2 in 4, we can easily go to 1 in 100, which means this industry can grow to 10-fold in a matter of 3 years. And we are experienced. We launched sometime in June. So in 1 month, we did the entire volume for the last full year.
Wow.
We were importing and we were selling in India. Now we are making. So one of the reasons what we think industry has not grown, because the supplies are erratic. When you are dependent on something which will coming out of Europe and you are depending on the supply chain of Europe, and also there are two things. Indian consumer is very value conscious. So it's a win-win. So it's a consumer, they're getting a value, plus there is a service network, there is assurance that if I buy tomorrow, there is a service which is available. Third, which is, all the products which we are making. Tropicalize is only one example. So for example, tomorrow we can integrate the solution of hot to cool in the fully integrated. But if you are dependent on the Europe, they will not change or tweak in the product because of the Indian consumer. So that is the reason we believe this can go to maybe 10 times in the next 3 to 4 years.
That's a great note to end our conversation on, Kapil. It was a pleasure chatting with you and, just discovering the nuances in the Indian market and how different it actually is. As India's lifestyle and design preferences evolve, brands like Liebherr are leading the way in combining technology, performance, and elegance in everyday living. Thank you for joining us on this special edition of Storyboard 18. We'll see you next time.